This Good to Go segment is sponsored by Spectrum Health Medical Group.
If you've ever had to wait a couple days to see your primary care provider, or even a couple of weeks to get into an orthopedic specialist, you'll probably appreciate this. Spectrum Health Grand Haven Center has expanded its availability for same-day appointments with an orthopedic provider for those lingering issues or sudden injuries. The center offers the latest diagnostic procedures and orthopedic treatments with a friendly, patient-centered approach. The goal is for patients to resume their normal activities as quickly and as painlessly as possible. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. John Kalpin is here to talk more about same-day access and orthopedic care provided on the Lakeshore. Hi, Dr. Kalpin.
Good morning.
It's good to see you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you specialize in.
Sure, yeah. So I'm originally from Indiana. I did my undergraduate training at Notre Dame and then medical school at Indiana University. And then I came up to Michigan and Grand Rapids specifically for my training in plastic surgery. Did my residency at the Spectrum Health Michigan State program. And then I finished my hand surgery training in Los Angeles at the University of Southern California, where I did a hand and microsurgery fellowship. So now I am back in Grand Rapids working for Spectrum at the Department of Orthopedics. Yeah, really happy to be here. I spend half of my time in Grand Haven and the other half in Grand Rapids.
Lucky you. Tell me about the kind of conditions that you see patients for.
Well, in short, I see patients basically that have any issue pertaining to the hand, wrist, or forearm. So those can be traumatic issues that are the result of an injury, such as fractures or injuries to structures like tendons, vessels, nerves, things of that nature. We also see patients that have more elective conditions or chronic conditions. So things like, numbness and tingling, nerve impingement syndromes like carpal tunnel, cubital tunnel, things like trigger finger arthritis, or other issues that may just cause people to have limited use of their hands and try to optimize their hand function. We see people for all those types of things, all different ages, from young to old.
Where do you perform your surgeries and procedures?
So it varies depending upon the patient and also the problem. So we perform, a significant number of our surgeries in the actual formal operating room. So we have an ambulatory surgery center at Grand Haven Center, directly connected to the building that we see patients for clinical patients. But then sometimes we also can perform surgeries in our procedure room. And this is actually a formal room that we have in the office that we can perform procedures under local anesthetic alone. So this is a nice option for certain relatively minor procedures like carpal tunnel or trigger finger for patients that would like this kind of treatment.
I imagine you hear good reviews from patients who have the options of sort of doing it how it best suits them and you.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the key, is to give people the option, and it's never one specific way that we have to do things. So if patients find that they like the idea of the same day, surgical experience in the operating room, we certainly can provide that. But also, people have really had good things to say about the experience of performing these procedures in the procedure room, and they've been very happy with the care so far.
How would someone get an appointment with you?
Well, one of two ways. I mean, you can go the way that's kind of been the formal route, where you see your primary care provider and they certainly can give us a referral. But you can also just call the office and make your own appointments. You don't need a specific referral, and we would be happy to fit you in as quickly as we can.
All right. Well, the number to call to make that appointment, folks, you can see it right there on your screen. It's 616-935-6260. 616-935-6260. Thanks, Dr. Kalpin.
You're welcome. Thank you.